Well, I'm pulling a stable 60. Let's see what happens when we add particle effects to the mix. Still doing good. Still good. Let's see what happens when we fall down the hole of death. Ooh, more trees to harvest. Bam! And going back up. Whee! Gotcha. God, that's buggy. What kind of FPS does this say we're pulling? This says we're getting exactly 60 FPS. Okay. Okay. Looking good. Probably do a sound check in a minute here. Huh. Why do those always bias towards that direction? How bizarre. Well, come harvest this stuff. That looks kind of nice. I think I'll just leave it there. And hop in here and head on up. Okay. Well, let's come crack this tree down and whoa, and see what happens. No. I don't have the resources to deal with you right now, Creeper Pants. Oh, I'm wearing armor. Oh, there should be lava at the blacksmiths. I know what I can do. Up we go. There is lava, but I don't really have a way of activating it, so Hello everyone, Kardis here. Today is August 6th, 2012, and this is the first episode of a Young Gamers Illustrated primer of Minecraft. Yes, I've decided to dabble into the Minecraft world because it's fun. Now then, you may notice down here I was pricked to death and my home bed was missing or obstructed. I wanted to show you this spawn. Let's take a look. You spawn facing, I believe, 0. Oh, screenshot. Nice. Facing 0 every time. But if we look over here, the first thing that caught my eye about this place was an NPC village and these birch trees. I like birch trees. I think they're the best. But, you know, what can you do? Coming over here, you can see there's already... there's already a large wheat farm. I've been meaning to put a chest over here so that I could store some of this stuff, like if I fall in or if a creeper like spawns on this roof and jumps over, which has happened once, much to my annoyance. But it had some stuff. It was a blacksmith start, so there was a chest in here, but it had like nothing. I think it had 1 iron bar and something else that was bad, like a bunch of arrowheads or something. But you can also see I've got a bunch of villagers contained in here so that the zombies can't just come kill them whenever they want. That's kind of handy. I plan on eventually transporting them up once I get hundreds and hundreds of more bars of iron. But then I looked over here and I said, you know, there's a nice lake. Why don't I build a tornado over there? Right now there's a bunch of water falling down from it because it looked kind of silly. So I like falling water. I like waterfalls. There will be water falling off of my tornado, but eventually there will be debris all around this thing covering the landscape. But that's going to be in a couple 100,000 blocks, so let's take one step at a time. Some of you have already noticed that my texture pack is a little bit weird. I use the visibility pack by Thinker on the Minecraft forums. It's excellent. The main point is to be able to tell the blocks apart at long range. So you can already see these things down here. This is clay. I don't really like clay, so I don't use it very often. So it can just sit down there at the bottom of my wonderful lake/swamp. There are lily pads everywhere. There's a swamp biome that extends into a jungle biome over there. You can barely see those bright green leaves. And a desert over there, and then more plains. Every time I looked in this world, I got nothing but plains. So the first thing I did basically was assemble a whole bunch of dirt. Ooh, that creeper's still alive. I'm amazed he didn't despawn. But the first thing I did was assemble a whole bunch of dirt, and that thing is going to be there forever, and just jump stack up. But since then, I've advanced a little bit. You can see right here, kind of coming along the back end of this, there's a staircase to use. This wasn't put in so that I could get up. It's put in so that later I can attach a Minecraft track to this and bring up everything I need. Probably cows, cows and villagers for sure, maybe chickens or something later. We'll see. I don't know about that. But anyways... it's the fastest elevator in Minecraft by far. The piston elevators are slow by comparison. Ooh, I forgot to pick up my armor over in the village. I'll be right back. I need to go get that. Alright, by coincidence, it's nighttime, so here's a quick night shot. Make sure I'm not going to get creepered here. Here's a quick night shot of the thing with me bobbing up and down like a madman. Yeah, I like it. These waterfalls will eventually go, but not for a while, and this thing probably going to expand about another 10 blocks outward, but I'll cross that bridge when we get there. I've got a long way to go yet. But for now, let's get back up and take a look at my first little base in this world here. Oh boy. The 1.3 patch has made this elevator a little bit wacky. It doesn't always do exactly what I want, but it's close enough. When I first did my jump stack, I stopped at 149. You see the Y coordinate on the left there. If I jump, it's 150, 150, 150. Okay, that's fun. But and I needed a few things for sure. I said I'm going to need a tree farm. because I need raw materials up here. I'm gonna need something I forgot to mention in the primer. I do have a cobblestone farm over here. It's a very simple and ancient design that I learned from... Who was that? I believe it was Calmir. This was in one of Calmir's first videos, but he doesn't like cobblestone farms. For a legitimate reason, you know, more efficient to mine the cobblestone and find other resources simultaneously, but still I needed something just to be able to build some platforms here. I have a wheat farm. Eventually I'll put the forges back here. I kind of stole them to do some experimentation up top here. And this is probably my favorite design for wheat farms, where you just go through and smack the wheat and then come back through and replace. But in the end I'll probably end up converting to a water-based system just because it harvests so much faster. So the only real inefficiency in the thing is running around replacing all of the wheats and stuff, but I sort of have a plan for that. We'll get there one day. I started a reed farm just because farming books is a pain, so I figured may as well get it done now. I also did a pumpkin farm because torches can be inconvenient sometimes depending on where you need the lighting and how it needs to be. I'll show you an excellent example of that. I've been trying to use that stair forever, even though I shut it down. Up here, this is my storage room. Yeah, it's not very roomy because I'm thinking about having Endermen in my mob system, but also not complete. I'm harvesting trees as quickly as I can. Here's all my stuff. I had to commit suicide to get back to spawn after destroying my bed. Speaking of my bed, let's return to the world of the living here. My eventual objective, I think, with this room, I'm gonna have a wall on these chests here, and then I'll have stairs, probably kind of an L-shaped stair going. Do I have any half slabs? Maybe I can just show you. No. Oh yeah, I do. I have cobblestone half slabs. It'll just be ugly, but I figure I'll probably do something along these lines where... Oh, that's cool. I'm glad you can finally do that. That was always annoying. Yeah, see, here's what I'm talking about with torches. But I'll probably have something like this, and then there will be maybe a landing right here or something. Maybe one more out here. Ooh, the jungle tree grew. But my hope is to get a landing out there and then have it connect like this, maybe? Obviously with wood instead of this. This doesn't look very amazing right now. But what my plan is to have right around here, I want monsters to be falling from my mob trap up here, and I also want them to be coming up from the sides over here. So eventually I'm going to have a multi-directional mob system. I'm going to have mob spawners above me and below me to, well, basically increase the number of mob spawns that I get pretty dramatically. I'm still not quite sure how I'm going to do it exactly. Some of these chests may just disappear someday or be relocated to somewhere else. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with this. I know I want this to end here and this to be down below, so it's got kind of a terraced effect. That'll look pretty cool, I think. I might even keep this tree farm and just move it a little bit farther out, so that I've got something to look at while I'm up here. I think that could look alright. This tree farm has recently expanded. I used to have only one row of birch trees, but I finally got enough saplings where I could do this, where I just have giant rows and columns of trees, and it's working out very nicely. The main reason I'm using birch isn't for the color of the wood, but for the ease of mining. Like right now, to harvest a birch tree, you don't need diddly squat. I've got no inventory and I can still do it. So that's my main goal. all of the other trees can appear in kind of annoying formations. I've considered using the tree capitator mod even, because it's just so much of a pain in the butt. But I don't think that's really necessary. You know, it's not too bad even with like this jungle tree. Once I get bone meal, maybe, just because making those enormous trees can take forever to clear out. Any saplings? One major problem I am having though is that I go through saplings like crazy. I honestly can't keep up with them, and it's kind of annoying. But we'll just do a little bit of jump stacking to gather my wood. I do intend for this to be a 100% legitimate Let's Play. The only mod I'll be using, if I can find one, is a mod that will show me my coordinates without all of this extra crap. You know, this screen is kind of a clusterfuck, and I really don't have any appreciation for it at all. I'd much rather just have a, you know, a very simple view of my coordinates, because it just makes life so much easier. But every mod I find like that does not work anymore. They're all from, you know, usually pre 1.0 patches, which is ancient. So, oh well, no big deal. It's just the way of the world. Where's my wheat? My main source of food right now is wheat. I think it's the best. I don't know, not everybody agrees with me on that. But it's certainly the most sustainable over a short term in a beginning world. It can be pretty annoying to try and like do cow breeding early on, because it's, you know, you need wheat anyways, so what difference does it make? But right now the main things I need are wood and iron. I need to find a mine shaft and get a bunch of rails so that I can build my deal up to here, but that's just gonna have to take a back seat for now. Let's see. Ooh, precious jungle wood. Okay, let's waste a bit of an axe here, but I have to get this sapling. I've had just terrible luck with getting jungle saplings. I don't know if the odds are lower or if I'm just unlucky with random number generation like I normally am, but oh my god, these things hate me. So that kind of sucks. Oh, come on, game. What the heck? That was ridiculous. You're not getting harvested for a while. You can sit there and deal with the sun. Well, you're a tree. You probably want to photosynthesize our sun. But, oh well, that replaced itself. I'm not going to bet on that thing bringing us anything else. But yeah, the one other thing, I'm going to put signs like here and then here. But one interesting benefit of building my main, I don't know what this will be, like my main headquarters or whatever, right here, is that I have the tops of these chests exposed. So what I'll probably do is label these chests from on top so that I can access whatever's in top. And I'll put all of the, like, I think I have cobblestone in here. Yeah. This way, when I'm up here doing whatever I need to do, I can access, you know, wood, cobblestone, smooth stone, whatever I need from up here to facilitate whatever I'm doing without necessarily having to come down here and then go like trudging through all of these chests trying to find what I'm looking for. I don't intend to give every item in the game its own chest. I don't see any need to do that. But I would like to have a lot of unique chests, at least for, you know, like I could put maybe like half slabs in this one, stairs in this one, regular blocks in this one, or, you know, something. I could put some system to it that'll actually make sense. I think you can put all of the redstone you need into a single chest. So like, if I think I'm deciding that over here is probably going to be my little redstone corner. So like in this chest I might have pistons, redstone, you know, a little bit of everything. But then this chest might be dedicated just to redstone, and then this one could be dedicated just to both types of pistons, you know. So something like that is what I'm thinking. As far as lighting goes, these things are at a half block. You see my feet position is at 160.12. Let's see if I can get to the floor here. Yeah. Or no. There it is. Yeah, you see it? We're at 158.5. The only thing I have to make sure of is that this continues to be lit. That'll do for now, but I need a more permanent lighting solution, which will almost certainly come in the form of a piece of glowstone right there whenever I break into the nether. I haven't done that yet. I'd probably get on that. That's kind of a annoying, time-consuming process. I don't really think the combat in this game is too involving. Going to the nether isn't like a scary big deal for me. I don't think ghasts are especially hard to deal with. Just make sure you have a stack of cobblestone so that you can put up a cobblestone wall in front of you whenever they shoot. And I usually just ignore them. I mean, not completely, but I don't try and solve them because they're not worth it. Anyways, one other thing I built is a hole straight to near bedrock. I think y equals 9. Yeah, I'm at y equals 9 right now. And down here, these are just the spoils of my mining adventures, so to speak. Lots of redstone. I've used the iron that I had in here mostly on minecarts. That's a lot of minecarts, let me tell you. And diamonds, I have a single diamond pickaxe. I think I had another one from lava where the lava like fell on me and lit me on fire and I died because I wasn't paying attention to my hunger. But lapis, kind of useless, although it does make kind of a neato block. You just make that, or do you have to... No, like, you have to dye a sheep with this, and I don't like that. I kind of wish you could just make like a solid blue... Oh, you can! Ooh, I like that. I might be using that. Nobody ever uses those blocks, and I think they look really nice with snow, so that's cool. I didn't know that. And this stuff is mostly just for like stone until I transport it up. You know, I can come back here and store it. Basically all I've done is started a long mine. I've sort of changed methodologies over time on how I'm actually going to resolve this. Why is there just a hole? Normally I fill my holes, but I don't really have anything to do that with right now, so I won't. But basically, and I love it when lilies spawn down at bedrock, but I just come through. Normally I try and do 1,000 by 1,000 and then just make a standard strip mining high efficiency pattern that I read from... Ooh, yeah, look at this place, pretty cool. And you see there's the difference in my methodology I was talking about. Instead of going through the lava and using a million resources, you can just go over it, and it's hundreds of times faster. I think literally hundreds of times. I think this part of the tunnel took me over an hour, whereas that took me like 10 minutes. Or like a minute, because all I was doing was placing blocks while holding shift. And yeah, you get through there real fast, but... Oh boy, I lost my train of thought. That's okay. That's okay. It wasn't really important. Anyways, as I came through, I just tried to get as much of this, you know, kind of safe as possible. This kind of a setup right here is something I do a lot. It's completely mob safe except for cave spiders, but those are pretty rare, and you know when you're going to be dealing with them, so it's not a big deal. Ooh, there's iron up there. Oh, I didn't bring any picks. This is a little tour, but it's mob safe except for cave spiders, and it's pretty nice. I guess an Enderman could come and like steal one of these, but meh, I don't care. Normally I do them out of cobble anyways. This particular shaft I think goes to a little bit over 400, and then I hit like a troller wall of lava, and I just didn't feel like dealing with it, so I didn't. Yeah, you can see. I think I lost like a pickaxe or something trying to resolve my lava-related problems in this room. Yeah, this room was horrible. I hated this place. It's also the first cave system I really found, although you can see I have none of this stuff and I haven't explored anything. I'm amazed nothing's like attacking me right now, actually. And speaking of being attacked, I need to make sure this is sealed off. Pumpkin. Bam, it's done. Alright. But if you don't know, the most efficient way in terms of harvesting to go through blocks one at a time is to go 3 over, and this, I'll explain why this tunnel is so far deviated from that strategy in a moment. But let me give you an example using these 2 shafts. If you're going through this, and this torch here was a diamond, right? You would know to harvest it. And if you were going through this, and this torch here on this wall was a diamond, you would know to harvest it, right? The only reason that you wouldn't harvest a diamond is if it ended up as like either a 1 block, like in the middle of a 3 block cluster. So like if it was like this, for example. God, I hope that doesn't catch on fire. Oh man. If it was like this, right? If this is the diamond, oh, I knew it. No, go away, fire. Yeah. But if the center block is a diamond, you wouldn't be able to see it. But the odds of that happening are abysmal, especially since you almost never see isolated single blocks. Usually you'll see multiple blocks. So odds are, if this is a diamond, either this, or this will be a diamond, or this, or this will be a diamond. So you've got really high odds of finding rare materials, and the odds are very much against you ever missing anything of significance. So all of my tunnels are going to be 3 wide, or they're going to be 3 blocks in between each of my tunnels. So they'll all sort of look like this. This one looks a little weird because there's lava here. And I have a weird hobby when I'm caving. I like to try and leave the natural scenery as much as possible. Not really because I care so much about that in real life, but just because it adds an extra, not really a challenge, but it's kind of an extra thing for me to do. I had to kind of add that in because, as I said earlier, I don't really think combat in this game is particularly electrifying. So it's, you know, it's never really taken any effort. So that's my kind of limit on what I'm willing to do. That said, I do tend to catch water in pools. I'll see if I can... I don't think I've found an example. I haven't really done any caving yet. This is the extent of my caving, is these massive columns. And I need to do a couple more probably to get a lot more iron, because that's what I need right now. I need pistons so that I can automate my pumpkin gathering and my... I guess my reed gathering. I can't really automate anything else. But the only other thing of relevance down here, and this one goes, I think, closer to 500 or 600 blocks this way. I don't remember the exact distance it goes, but I think it's at X equals like 300 or 400. I get hit with a troll or wall of lava that's like ridiculously long. But we leave this desert soon, and it'll become a taiga biome. And I've created a snow golem farm there to ease my suffering. I needed snow because it's one of the tornado colors. In my mind, tornadoes are gray. They're this kind of mixed cobblestone-y color where the colors aren't perfectly consistent throughout. And then white would also be a good one. And I think on the interior, highlights from the lapis lazuli blocks should be pretty good to go, but I haven't gone there yet. This is a very simple snow golem farm. It's just a block, and then there's another stone block right there. When you push this lever, this receives power. This block that's the lever's attached to, so this gets power, and then it powers diagonally down to this block. Pushes the snow golem to right here. You can harvest the snow via massive numbers of clicks, and then you can undo the work. And I usually push him back in just to make sure he doesn't like glitch through, especially since 1.3 has made these SMP servers. It's kind of a troller deal. In here, Eventually all of this will be cleared out. In fact, I'm taking that, and that, and that, and that. That. Yeah, I'm taking all this stuff back. Yeah, I'm still taking it back. No, that can stay, and I want this stuff too. The only purpose for this chest, it will house my little hoe and seeds. I've made a small wheat farm over here just so that I can harvest wheat in between cycles of harvesting snow. I try to do, like, anywhere I go, I try and build a small farm so that I can do multiple things, so that, like, while I'm harvesting snow, this will grow, so it will be a more, I guess, more efficient farm, because I'm getting a greater yield than just snow by doing this. So this is actually a true increase in efficiency and not just in, like, time used, which I guess can also be an efficiency thing. Time is a resource in my opinion, but there's some debate over that, and I don't feel like getting involved in it. In here, I plan to make, let me see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 double chests to occupy this land here. This wooden block right here will someday become a, what are they called? Oh, an ender chest. Yes, this will be an ender chest so that I can basically transport 2 full inventories of snow at once. I can transport a double chest at a time, assuming I ever feel the urge to harvest like 15 double chests full of snow. I hope I don't ever have that urge, but it could happen. I'll be prepared for it. So, trying to think if there's anything else. It's a pretty straightforward world. Nothing too crazy going on. Now that 1.3 is out, I might go do more exploring. It's funny, I started this seed and then immediately saw a patch note for one of the snapshots that said they added little structures throughout the world, like pyramids in the deserts and jungle traps and stuff. So I was like, oh, I better not load any new chunks. For those of you who aren't familiar with how the chunking system works, if you look on the left side below where it says X, Y, Z, F, and then there's LC. LC stands for loaded chunks. It's the number of chunks that actually exist. A chunk is a 16 by 16 block area. And that's the number of things it will, render, the number of things it will draw, the number of things where stuff can happen. If your stuff is outside of a loaded chunk, then it will nothing will happen to it. So for example, up here, yeah, no new tree growth really. Down here, oh, you can actually sneak through this, but it's really hard, so I guess I've got no skills today. You'll notice most of these haven't grown very much. They did a little bit when I got to the very bottom. These were still close enough to grow a little, but they since haven't been. So that's whatever it is. But yeah, that's my Minecraft world so far. Eventually this will be an enormous tornado. You may or may not be able to see out of it at various layers. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this layer. I do need to cut a hole through here, but I can't find a good way to do it. Let me show you. This is -291 by 144. Up we go, if I can stop having my camera shift. Oh yes, here it is. It's in the stairs right here. 291 by 144. I don't know what to do about this. There is nothing to my knowledge that I could put here that would make this good. I tried a trapdoor, but they won't attach to a half slab, which really sucks. And you can't put them on the top. But if I do it like this, then I get out of the minecart and I fall into a hole like a tool. So I need to find a solution for that. If you guys know of anything I can do to get rid of that problem, please let me know. I'm thinking what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have a switch somewhere. I I really don't know where, that will basically, like, imagine... Ah, God, I hate trying to harvest these things in multiplayer. Imagine having, like, a sticky piston behind here, so this would be a piece of glowstone that's extended, and then I hit a magic button located maybe right here, actually, that would just open this, but we'll have to see. For now, I'm going to try and place this sideways and fail horribly. I still don't really understand how that works. I can get it sometimes, but I can never get it in situations like that. So, yeah, this is my Minecraft world. Please criticize it as brutally as you need to, as long as they're fair criticisms. I'm actually quite happy to take them. I really do like improving myself, so yeah, let me know what you think, guys. This will be Kardis, signing out.